last fire will rise. The last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock. Blind boys don't lie. Immortal fear. That voice so clear.
Hello, YouTubers. So, Nosphyrus gave me this chance to bring to you a little segment I've been dreaming of for quite some time. You see, I thought it might be nice if I give back a little bit. So I thought I would give you guys my tips on how to survive a horror movie. After all, I would know, wouldn't I? So today, I'm going to be giving you this advice along with the help of my lovely assistant, me. Hi, me. Okay, so my first piece of advice. Be sure to drink a lot of alcohol, do a lot of drugs, and have a lot of sex. I mean, after all, there's some pretty crazy shit going on. So you're going to want to let loose. You're going to want to, have some fun. Take a load off your mind. I mean, you've got to do something to have some fun in this situation, or you're going to go crazy, you know what I mean? This advice is particularly helpful if you make sure that you're doing one or perhaps even all three while you're actually facing off with the killer. My next piece of advice. Whenever you're about to leave a room or otherwise leave, be sure to always say, "I'll be right back." Because after all, you will, won't you? Also acceptable would be things like, "I'll be back in a little bit," or, "Nah, the killer can never get me," or, "I'm not scared," or something like, "Well, gee, I sure hope I don't get stabbed to death or otherwise killed in some horrible and gory way." My next piece of advice, be sure to investigate every strange noise you hear. After all, you just want to verify that it's something innocent. And then, most likely it will be. If somebody knocks on the door, you must always say, "Who's there?" Now, of course, you should always also open the door for them. Because after all, you don't want to be rude, right? My next piece of advice. You should always warn the killer that you're going to call the police. After all, this will scare the killer, and they'll be more likely to just leave you alone, right? Next, if a psycho killer is stalking you in your house, be sure that you stay in your house. I mean, after all, that'll give you the home field advantage, you know?
Ghostface, what are you doing?
Dude, what? I'm giving my advice on how people can survive a horror movie, in case they ever run into a guy like me.
No, I mean, this advice all sounds like the exact opposite of what you'd want to do.
Dude, shut up!
Whatever, I don't even know why I bother anymore, you guys. I just don't understand what they...
And finally, if you find yourself ever in this kind of a situation, be sure to get naked.
Wait.
Dude, what now?
Now how is that supposed to help at all?
Well, it'll help me out. Alright, so there you have it, YouTubers. Here was my first segment of advice on how you can survive a horror movie. So I wanted to give you my advice to make sure to make my job a lot easier. I mean, to make sure that you can survive a horror movie. Stay tuned and see you later, YouTubers. That was pretty good. I should have a lot more victims. Is that still on?